Hi everyone, welcome to the Toilet Podcast. My name is Rahilu, and today I have another brilliant, incredible, energetic young lady with me. I have Mominatu. So Mominatu, welcome to the toilet.
Thank you for having me, Ra.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like it's weird, this transition between summer and fall. Yeah. It's not really my fucking vibe.
Yeah, I hate winter.
It's just it's too fucking cold.
Yeah, I hate winter. Like, I literally become a different person when winter starts.
Same.
Yeah, so.
Same.
It's that African melanin that
I think it's the African blood.
Right. So,
but I feel great. I'm happy to be here. I'm thankful that you guys that you're here at my house.
Yes, we're in her home. It's beautiful, incredible. Your home is like goals.
Thank you so much.
This is like what I'm trying to be doing next year around this time. And then eventually, I want my mansion. But until then.
No, I feel you.
Yeah.
I just think that, I feel with my eyes. So I like things to be as aesthetically pleasing as possible. And I'm a very visual person.
Yeah.
And I'm an artist.
Yeah, you are an artist. Yeah. So
I like color. I like texture and earth and plants and nature.
A lot of plants in this room. Definitely a lot of plants. I'm taking notes, by the way, so I'm gonna go probably buy some plants and figure out how I can make my room look like this.
Girl, Chelsea Flower District. Can't do you wrong.
Alrighty, definitely will check that out. So welcome.
Thank you.
So before we start, we always have our guests flush out one thing that's on their mind. So what you want to flush today?
What I want to flush? What I want to let go of?
What you want to let go of? What do you want to release? What's on your mind?
Honestly, I just put this yoni egg in, and I'm just praying to God that this rose quartz yoni egg does not fall out of my vagina as I'm here.
Can you tell them what a yoni egg is for the people who don't know?
Okay, so if you don't follow me, or if you don't know me that well, I'm very spiritual, so I love crystals and I love Palo Santo. So a yoni egg, the sizes vary if you have children. So basically mine is rose quartz, which is for compassion, self-love, love of other people. And it's a little egg that you just bloop. Literally just pop in your vajayjay.
So she's literally sitting here with a yoni egg in
her
vagina. Are you trying to squeeze so it doesn't fall out? How does that work?
Honestly, I'm not, but it's a Kegel exercise. So as you're wearing it throughout the day, and I'll have them on for 8 hours at a time.
Oh,
yeah. So you gotta
Oh, you have to suck it back in.
No, so if let's say if I laugh really, really hard and it's getting to a point where.
So I shouldn't say anything funny today.
No, say all the jokes, because
cool.
then you're working me out.
Okay.
But so me personally, this is just through what I find with yoni eggs. I feel like I'm an embodiment of self-love and compassion. While I take that with me in every place that I go, I feel like having that focus there really keeps me centered and aligned.
Okay. So it just keeps all your chakras on point.
Yeah.
Cool.
Keeps me rooted and grounded.
Yeah, I might have to try that yoni lifestyle. We could talk more about it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that.
Cool. So I know that you're involved in this media influencer life, right? Yeah. So the first time I actually saw you was a picture on Refinery 29. So can you tell the people how you got started in doing what you do now? And also, it's kind of hard to label you. So how would you label yourself? Let's start there.
That's so funny that you say that, because I find that a lot of people are just what is it that you do?
Right. What is your job?
I'm a being.
Oh.
Okay. Here I go, right?
No, but that's
yeah, I'm a being, and I'm just enjoying the experience. I came to New York a year and a half ago from Puerto Rico off of a whim, and I told myself that I wanted a model, and not told myself, I literally sat and bawled and wrote in a journal I'm gonna be on billboards, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna be a model. And I didn't know anyone in this city. I had no money coming here. I was living a life that I was thriving and doing really well in Puerto Rico, really getting good jobs, and I lived in a beautiful place there as well, and I had great friends, and I left all that behind on a dream of modeling. So fast forward a year and a half later, I've just got like Bumble's most inspiring,
right,
like 100 inspiring New Yorkers. Like my face is on billboards throughout the city.
Did you see yourself yet?
Nah, girl. But people send it to me.
Oh my God. You have to go out and see yourself, because that's incredible.
Yes.
Especially for it to happen in a year.
It's wild, but I'm a firm believer. I mean, I'm not trying to tiptoe around your question, but and just the power of manifestation, and not in the aspect of like the secret, like, hey guys, I want a blue BMW. Blink bitches, it's here. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. It's about, it doesn't matter if you're religious, like, well, I'm Buddhist, but if you're Christian, whatever the case may be, you can be Catholic and be Buddhist, but it's understanding that you pray, but you move your feet.
Mm-hmm. You pray, but you move
your feet, and you move with intention, and you set those goals, and I knew what I wanted. It's like, so for me coming here, it was like, I was this ship, but I had a map. And I think a lot of people have an idea of what it is that they want, but they're just flowing. And while flowing is great, you have to have intention. So as far as career for me, I definitely would say that, yes, I'm a model. I get paid to post. So while I don't like to call myself an influencer, I'm an influencer as well, I guess. I'm a writer as well. I love yoga. I'm a health enthusiast. I love wellness. I love nutrition. So I do a lot. And so I just found all the things that I truly loved doing and made that my life.
So you are a being.
I'm a being capitalizing on love.
Right.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Okay, so then when you did move to New York City, what was that process like, first of all, coming from Puerto Rico? Do you speak Spanish?
Sí, yo hablo español.
Sí, okay. I spent 4 months in Spanish.
Yeah.
My Spanish is a little shaky. Yeah. It's definitely shaky. So you came from Puerto Rico. What was the first job that you got? What was like the first big break? Or what was the moment in this process that you felt like, wow, I'm actually going to do this, or I'm actually doing it?
Okay, first and foremost, me coming to New York was hard. That day before, I mean, I went from sitting on my friend's sofa in Puerto Rico, watching this movie Begin Again, which is based in New York City about like these like dope fucking artists. This girl, I'm not gonna go into it, you guys can find it, but basically a line that he said that really stuck with me is like, people don't leave New York unless something bad happens to them. Like, people just don't leave New York. Right. So they're touring the city and creating music on rooftops, and you're seeing Chelsea, you're seeing Brooklyn, you're seeing like all these aspects, and they're living life, and they're free. They have freedom. So I was like, I want that. I want freedom. That's what I got out of that. So meanwhile, I'm watching that movie, I'm on my phone, and I'm on Craigslist. I'm like, I'm about to go to New York. I'd never been to New York. I didn't know anyone in New York that I thought of at that time. And I missed my flight the night before.
Get out.
And then I tried to call the airline girl. And they were like, babes, it's going to cost you $1,500. I was like, bye! Get off my fucking phone. And my good friend, the same friend who I was sitting on that sofa with making the decision, she called me. She's like, you missed your flight? I was like, yeah, but it's okay. I guess I'm just like, the universe wants me to be in Puerto Rico right now. Like, I'm not meant to go. She's like, get your ass up. She's like, we just like bought you a flight. We're going to drive you to the airport. Thank you, Valerie Moreno. Afro's in San Juan, by the way. Shout out to
your friends.
Yeah,
real
boss.
Friends.
Real friends. The first person that shot me in Puerto Rico, too.
Wow.
So powerful. She shot me for St. Regis campaign. Hotels. I
did see that.
Yeah.
I did.
She was the first person that really saw me and was like, you're a model. Wow. Like, you're dope.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But anyhow, so she drove me to the airport. She's like, you're not missing that fucking flight, you dum-dum. Like, she doesn't curse like that, but like, that's what her eyes said. And I got here, and I met someone, like, for a split second that lived here, and she was like, listen, this girl just moved out of my room in my apartment. Like, luck be to you. Like, come on in. Honestly, you only have to pay the first month's rent. Like, get on your feet, make shit happen. And so that happened. And which was wild. So that gave me a little bit of a head start, which is rare for anyone in the city. It's not how it works. And this management team reached out to me via Instagram, was like, hey, we're doing a photo shoot. CNN is going to be there. NBC is going to be there, like, filming it. They're like, were 3 other really like famous models that were on set of this shoot at that time. And I think everyone was super well established in the industry. And I think I had less than 5,000 followers at this time.
Wow.
And I show up and I'm seeing girls that like, I'm like, holy I was like on Instagram stalking you. Like, you know, and I like was lit up. I was like, oh, okay. Hi. So how long have you guys been modeling? Like, I came to New York with like this lust for life. And I was just like, hi everybody, like messaging photographers. I'm like, I love your work. I would love to like have coffee with you and just like understand the city better. Like people I've been talking to when I was living in Puerto Rico. And I think that shoot happening within the first 2 weeks of me living here was a testament that I was in a place where I belonged.
Right. Wow, you're like, that's beautiful. And I think me and Aisha was talking about this in the last podcast. When you pick and you decide what you want to do, the universe just like opens up to you and in so many ways. So can you talk about manifestation and how important that is to people for them to like actually manifest, but also really like get the steps together and get it done?
Totally. I mean, I can only speak about my experience because I feel like we as humans, we're so small. There's so much knowledge. There's so much world. There's so much out there. And I don't feel like I am brilliant enough to like speak to that. But I can't.
Think you're hella brilliant, but okay.
But I can speak from my own experience
absolutely.
with it. And I'm a firm believer in the power of thought and belief. And speaking of Aisha, I don't know if you guys don't know who Aisha is. She's like one of my best friends here in the city, and she's an amazing influencer as well. But it's really just being like, just really trusting yourself. I think it's just trusting your abilities and being authentic to that and not allowing your mind's chatter
or fear
100% to get in the way of that. And I've always felt the fear and moved anyway. As you know, and not many people know, and no one really knows, but it'll be public when this comes out. I made the decision to move to Senegal in a month.
And she already bought the ticket.
And I booked the flight, and I bought the ticket. I just feel that your soul speaks to you. Our souls are on contracts. There's work that needs to be done here. And it's bigger than anything that you can imagine. If you can think it, if you can dream it, if you can feel it, if you are listening to your music and you're like, God, I just want to do that, that's exactly what you need to be doing. Your mind is its own governor. It's not going to tell you that to do something that you can't do. Like if you're not capable of making, I mean, while every human is capable of doing whatever it is they want to do, but your mind isn't going to put an idea for you to like make milkshakes if you're not capable of making milkshakes. Or like Bill Gates isn't going to have the idea of Microsoft if he's not capable of being that billion-dollar being that he is. So like anything that you can see in your mind's eye is already yours. It's just about the belief, the thought patterns, food, which people don't talk about. Like food is huge.
And you're a vegan, right?
Yo, I'm phony.
You know what though? But you are putting in the work and you're learning about alternatives, right? Because a lot of people just eat what they're like me. I eat what I'm used to eating. Okay, so now let's talk about your background. Did you always feel this confident? Did you always feel this great? Were you always this vibrant? And how did you get here? And what was that process like?
Hell no. It's still the process.
It's still the process. Okay.
This life is a process.
Absolutely.
You know, when I was growing up, I was like just insecure. Insecure. I mean, everything. Like, everything stuck with me. People were calling me a tar baby. I was like,
really?
Blackie, African booty scratcher.
Oh, yeah, I got that one.
Yeah, African booty scratcher. And it's like kids were just cruel, nappy-headed. Anything... Like, I used to have people say, like, take a shower so you can wash the black off. Yeah.
What?
Crazy shit.
Kids are cruel.
Kids are cruel, but teenagers are cruel, too, because I went into high school.
Oh, they are. They are absolutely hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
And I remember getting to a point where I was like, you know what? Okay. I'm not pretty. Fuck y'all. I'm not. Okay? My skin is too black. That's cool. But, like, guess what? I'm funny. I'm smart. I'm all these other things. And so I like tried to like project those aspects of myself. So I would try and be like overly funny. I had to be the class clown so that people could, so that I could like not be my appearance. And which is disgusting. That's dark for a
that's
child.
Just for a child, yeah. That's hella dark for a child.
Yeah,
because you're planning it. Like that's crazy.
And like as an 11-year-old having to like walk to school, because I had a girl like literally, my bully's name was Jamie. She would like choke me up against like walls and lockers. Out. Yeah, when I was mad.
Jamie.
Young. Fuck you, Jamie. But anyways, but things like that would happen. And I started to tell myself, you know what? I am gorgeous.
Right.
I'm beautiful.
Right.
I'm intelligent. I'm capable. I am enough. So I developed these mantras and these affirmations for myself. And then I slowly started to walk my talk. And I was like, you know, if they don't love me, I gotta love me.
Absolutely.
That's all you can do. And like, self-love is a process. This journey isn't linear.
It's not.
Like, there are days where I'm like, I'm a boss. And other days where I'm like, I'm a booty scratch. No, I'm kidding. But like, all jokes aside, I'm like,
right, yeah, yeah.
Like you just feel like, but it's being able to snap yourself out of that and be like, you know what, that's the devil.
That's the fear.
All right, that's the fear. That is not real. It's not rooted in truth. I'm gonna accept it. I'm gonna sit with this. I'm gonna meditate on it. I'm gonna feel it and allow myself to understand what it is that's taking place inside my body, and I'm gonna release it because it's not real and it's not for me. But it had its moment. I learned from it. Now let's do something else.
Right. Let's move on from
that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like movement has been my medicine. Like I love yoga. I love Soul Cycle. I love to move. If I'm not moving, I'm not feeling well.
Right.
If I'm not eating well. So it's like, it's self-love for me is eating well, moving, like writing, making my friends laugh, like drinking wine on my roof, like whatever that is, that makes me feel beautiful.
Right. It makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. Jamie, wow. Somebody choked you?
Girl,
listen, when I came to America,
put her hands on me.
When I came to America and these people try to play games with me and they call me African booty scratcher,
You was fighting.
I was fighting.
You was fighting.
I was fighting. I was definitely fighting.
No, but I started fighting and then I was like, you know, but that's not me. That's never been in my
and you don't want to go to school every day and have to worry about fighting somebody every day like that.
It's hard. And it's like, especially as a kid, you ready to squat up every time you like. So,
but it's just having to watch your back all the time.
Yeah,
that's uncomfortable.
That's uncomfortable. But I don't regret a day of it. Right, I'm so happy it happened. Yeah. I'm so happy that like, for all of my life experiences, like for all the bad, and I've definitely have endured. I mean, I'm 24 years old now, but there's a lot of trauma and pain that I endured in my life, and I wouldn't take any of that back because it's made me the person I am, and it's allowed me to be able to think from this perspective and like be like, hey, you know what, nothing that you do to me has anything to do with me.
Absolutely. That's powerful.
Yeah, that's
powerful.
You attacking me is not personal. There's just something within you that you're dealing with. Right. So it's like, can I look, and I'm not saying that to be like woo woo, like, you know me. Yeah. Like, this is the real deal. Yeah. I will look at you from a place of compassion, but just because I say namaste, don't mean I'm going to take your shit.
Oh,
like, don't play with me. Right. You know? And that's like, I'm still on my personal journey. I'm not saying that I'm anywhere. Like, I know better than anyone else. We're all walking this walk together, but
yeah.
It's just looking at you look at people different because only people that have endured pain throw daggers. Like, when you see people that are very guarded and bitchy and the bullying and all that shit, all these, like, African booty scratch, all those kids, those were damaged kids.
Exactly, absolutely.
They were hurt. There was pain in them.
Yep. To be so young and, like, be so angry, there's a lot of healing that needs to happen there.
Yeah.
But it's like there's no time or space or even, like, resources for these kids, so. And
I think that there are. I just think I can only speak from my journey. I just believe that you have to come from a place of love. If we just all just came from a place of compassion and genuine happiness. If I'm happy, there's no way I'm about to come at you because I love my life. I love my life. I love like the adventure. I love the thrill. I don't have time to attack you.
Absolutely.
If you're happy, you don't care what I look like.
Absolutely.
You're like, babes, I just want you to feel like I want you to breathe new life into yourself the way I do every morning. So, I mean, that's just my shit, but
man, you're like helping me get my life. Like you're talking and I'm just like thinking about life and I'm just like, wow. So then you did share that, you know, you did experience a lot of tough things. What is the hardest thing you would say that you've had to experience thus far? And what is the biggest lesson that you learned from that experience? It doesn't have to be hardest. It could be one of the hard things.
Yeah. You know, there are a few things that I've like in life that obviously I'm not ready to share, but
Absolutely.
I would say the hardest thing I've ever had to endure was losing my father at the beginning of this year.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, no,
That's
thank
tough.
you. Yeah.
That's tough.
However, what I can say from that experience, because my father, and I hate having like in the Black community we have to say, oh, but I was really close to my dad.
Yeah.
Like I don't have time to say that shit. Like
Yeah.
my dad was my rock, my best friend, everything to me. Like
Right.
I didn't lose a human. I lost a library of wisdom and understanding and of true compassion, like the real deal spiritual wealth and abundance. So from that, I was like, am I going to choose to be saddened and depressed and miserable and like feeling like I lost my limb, which is how I felt.
Right.
But when I got the phone call that my father passed away in Liberia, I sobbed, and then I went to yoga and I sobbed on my mat and I dedicated my practice to my father. And I said, you know what? My dad would never want me to be sad. One,
Absolutely.
which is so cliche. And obviously I'm still processing, but I was like, I can choose sadness or I can choose joy. I can choose to lay in bed, which is okay. All of these, there's no moral right or wrong. This is whatever it feels, do it.
Right.
Or I was like, I can make this the illest year of my life and make him so proud. And like really show him the boss that he raised.
Right.
Because that's all I am. My bounce back is crazy.
Yeah.
And I got that from him.
Yeah.
And I've had a great year. I shoot I've shot Cosmopolitan this year. I mean, not like that. Those things make my life better.
But it's a testament to
But it's a
your work.
testament to my work. And the biggest thing that I want girls to take away from anything that I say or in my life is that, first and foremost, I'm 5'8.5", 5'9", okay?
Okay.
I am no, like, skinny mini.
Right.
Okay? Like,
got the juice.
I got the juice. I got the juice. But I came here and I chose the life that I want and I made it happen. Me living in this apartment is not like, it's a testament to the life that I live. I don't come from money. I come from deep poverty. And you know African poverty.
Yeah,
like it's one outfit. Like cab driver. Like my life was no fairy tale. But I've been blessed. I don't think I'm lucky. I know that I'm a hard worker, but I know that I'm blessed. And I take my blessings and I use them. I'm not just sitting on potential.
Right.
I think the best thing for anyone in their life that's like trying to really like find that drive is just ask yourself, why the fuck are you doing what you want to do? Does it feed you? Do you feel good? And like a lot of people are like, oh, but it's not about the feeling. It's about like making the money and you gotta like pay your bills and you gotta like do them. Like you're thinking in an impoverished life like mindset. You're thinking from a place of lack. Listen, my wealth is everywhere I go. I can give you all my Moroccan poofs. I can give you my fucking lamb wool pillow. And like, I can throw all this away, which is what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to be donating a lot of stuff for less than what I paid for it. And my wealth is here. I take my wealth everywhere I go. This is my home. And I can release this and I can build it 10 times over. I don't live in fear. When people say don't go and move and don't do that, don't like try that new food, it's from a place of lack. And that's a blockage. And that needs to be released so that you can grow. At least for me. I know, Boo, I'm talking a lot. What's going on?
No. I'm like, what? Talk. Please, preach. This is what we do this for, because a lot of times you're so stuck in your routine. Sometimes you need to see how other people are living their lives and what they're doing differently and how you can improve. So, I mean, talk, share, give us everything. We want it. We want to know, because you could be changing someone's life right now. Someone could listen to this right now and literally change. So, keep it going.
No, thank you. And I think I'm just a firm believer in reading. Like, I don't have a fucking TV in my place.
Right, you don't.
I don't have one upstairs. We don't have TVs here.
Yeah.
Read books.
Fill yourself with knowledge.
Yeah.
Fill yourself with knowledge about every single thing that there is.
Yeah, like your brain is like a computer. You gotta reboot it. You gotta like put new information in there. And the shit that we're being fed is all propaganda. It's all bullshit. It's a way to like brainwash us into believing this dream.
Right.
Like everyone thinks the same way. Like people stand the same way in an elevator. People don't speak when like you ever been in a New York subway and broke down like like ugly Oprah crying. Nope. Somebody might look down for 10 seconds and be like, you
and not even say
and not acknowledge it.
Not a thing.
And
not a thing.
It's like in a place that has so many people. We're constantly surrounded by people, millions of people a day that we're passing, right? But it's the loneliest place.
Yeah.
It's the loneliest place.
Absolutely.
And you gotta build up your armor and create this like unshakable peace within you that like somebody could push you. You'd be like, I'm good. I lost my father this year. I'm gonna make life work.
Right.
Oh, you don't like me? No worries. I got love for you though. Damn. The MTA ain't running, the L ain't running today. It's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll grab an Uber.
Right.
Or like we'll find a way.
It's all about your attitude and how you receive things, right? It's all about that, as opposed to just letting everything be the end of the world.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And your attitude changes everything. I mean, your perception is your reality.
Absolutely.
And like I'm sure a lot of people are like, okay, but how do I become a model? How do I make the money? Do the work. And you know the work you have to do. My work is not going to be the same work that you got to do. My way of while I'm a firm believer in taking the elevator up and sending it down, my mission and my purpose is different from yours. Your soul speaks to you. Everybody knows what they need to be doing. If they just sit down and listen. Take the 20 minutes a day to meditate and get to know yourself. And then you'll get to know that like maybe, not everyone is meant to be a doctor or a lawyer. Not everyone is meant to like model. There's more to life than modeling. Like that's why I don't like to even label myself as anything. It's like I'm doing very well, but I'm doing well off of me. I'm selling me.
And people are paying for you and who you are and how you are because you took the time to build yourself.
Yeah, and I'm still building. It never stops. It never stops.
Well, I know we have to go. So, the last question that I have for you. I know you're a writer, and I read some of your work. And listen, I want a book. So, my last question to you is, if you were to write a book, it could be a book of poetry, it can be a book about your life.
Yeah.
What would the title be?
Ooh, that's a good one, girl.
Listen.
You know what? I think I would either title it Momi Moments.
Okay.
Or like a moment with Mominatu.
Right.
Because it would just be me sharing my shit. I've been journaling since I was like 13.
Absolutely, yeah. So you probably have a lot of
and I've changed a lot.
And isn't it so funny when you look back at your journals and you read it when you're like 13 and you're like, yo, who was I?
Yo, I did that this morning. This nigga from high school, right? Eduardo Hernandez. Ooh, wait, hold on. Don't block his last name.
God.
Actually, I don't care. Whatever. He's cool. How many Eduardo Hernandez are in the world?
A lot.
But so I loved him. And I was reading my journal today.
Oh my God.
I would honestly grab my journal if I could. But I was just like, why? Like, doesn't he love me?
Aww.
I was like, I wore the cutest outfit to school today. And like, he didn't even look at me past my locker. Wow. And it's like the things that I would write.
As a 13-year-old.
I created a thing in high school called Operation Damn with my best friends.
Wow.
Where I had Shabnam. She was like this gorgeous, she was like the Kim K of our high school. It's my best friend in high school. and she would come over and do the Kim K curls on my weave every morning. My other best friend would like do my makeup because I was. This sounds
you
so
wanted
good.
Eduardo.
This is crazy, and I never talk about this. And I wear the flyest outfit every single day, and I would have one of them standing at the other end of the hallway to look and see his reaction if he like saw me.
Did he ever react?
No.
Wow, Eduardo.
But he was also like, we still talk. We're still friends.
Oh, wow.
But it's like funny because he was also just like this like pretty ass boy, and he like was having his fun in high school, so we're not mad at him.
Right. Wow. Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah. It's beautiful to see the growth.
Yeah.
It's just like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm not the same person.
Yeah.
And I know that you're probably going to read your journal from today, and let's see what that happens. It might be from Senegal.
I know, 6 months from now.
Are you excited? What are you most excited about to go to Senegal? What are you looking forward to the most? Like, the food. The food is good. The man.
I'm looking forward to being grounded.
Okay.
To be in a space where my roots are. I mean, I'm Liberian, but like there's Senegalese blood in me, and to be grounded and to be around people that are me, and the familiar, like, I don't know, honestly don't even know. I just know that my soul wants me to be there, and I feel like I don't know what's there for me, but it feels right, and like that sounds crazy to some people. There are gonna be some people that like she sounds nuts,
and that's
but
okay.
like. Listen, I did it here, and I have had a bad day. Yeah. I've been good. Okay. I'm always eating. I'm always like, it's gonna be good. Okay. I'm just looking forward to life and to breathing new air into different parts of myself that I hadn't been exposed to.
Well, that's beautiful. I lived in Senegal for 2 years, and it's one of my favorite places in the world. So I know that you're gonna have an incredible time. And God willing, I'm going to come visit you.
Yes, you will, boo.
We're going to manifest that into the universe.
No, we're going to do it, girl.
Yes, I'm going to come visit you, but I'm wishing you all the best. I know it's going to be incredible. And I want to thank you for taking the time out to chat with us. I learned so much. And honestly, I actually listen to these podcasts even after I record them and post them. I'm going to need to hear these words probably like a month from now. So now I have a resource to come to. So thank you for being candid and being open. It's honestly like incredible when people are willing to share their stories. So thank you.
Thank you so much for having me,
No
Rob.
problem. And we'll see you guys at the next episode.
Bye.
Peace out.